For me, it was like that all the house was falling on me. This has then created a situation with a lot of pressure, because FIFA, in a press conference you have certainly witnessed, where it was said FIFA is a mafioso organization. But this is shameful. This is shameful. I felt surprised and miserable that such things can happen. But then this suspension has had a very big part on me, and then I had a breakdown. It was the 1st of November 2015.
What happened to you that day?
That day I was at the cemetery in my home village in Visp, and we have a family grave, a big grave, and I was there. Very, very weak. I couldn't move, and then they brought me immediately in a hospital back to Zurich, and they thought I'm going to die the next hours.
Seriously?
Seriously, they were only. It was on a Sunday. There were only one doctor. It was a lady doctor there, and she said, "Tell me to whom I have to phone." And then and I said, "No, I will go home tonight." And she said, "Oh no." Then they brought another doctor, and then he said, "Okay, calm down," and. I had time enough in the hospital to think about that life is something else than only football. My daughter, anyway, she was absolutely unhappy the way I was organizing my life. And she told me, if once again you say that FIFA is your family, then I leave you.
Do you really feel that after all your years in the game, I mean, as president, I know the number of people who always wanted to see you, they needed favors from you, and you always had to make time for people. Did you really see another side of humanity when you were no longer president?
Oh, absolutely. Then it is like when you say le roi est mort, vive le roi. The king is dead.
Because long live the king.
Yeah, and long live the king. Yeah. But I am not sad. I am definitely not a happy man. What happened with FIFA? If they change everything in FIFA, that's okay for them. But I have never seen in any company that the new president somewhere, he was not paying respect to the old president.
So do you feel that Mr. Infantino has disrespected you personally?
Absolutely, because after his election, we had a very good contact, and he stopped at my house, and we had chatting, yeah, and we drank a glass of red wine and then some salami, because he's more Italian than Swiss. And then I told him that I have a list of questions, not even I wouldn't say of requirements, but a list of questions that should be solved in FIFA, which have not been solved before.
And what did he tell you when he saw your list?
He said, I will work on that, and he never come back on that. And I have asked him, I have sent him a letter, I had his personal number, and I was told that it's still correct, because I have some connections, still correct. I sent him emails and so on. Never an answer. Never. All answers now, when I still have, this list is still there. So now we speak only with lawyers.
What? Can you actually now have a look on some things and say publicly that, okay, this I should have done differently, this was not right? What are the things at least that you could say publicly you did wrong?
My mistake, and the big mistake, was that and still now, I think you cannot change the character. I trust people. I think people are good, and they are not good. My biggest mistake was that I thought I have antennas everywhere, and they will give me, or let's say it was like a small intelligence service I had organized, or at least, and I had inputs from left and right, and this danger coming in from the Americans, nobody has told me that, and I couldn't not evaluate, and this is a mistake that I couldn't evaluate, that the two losers of the 2nd of December, they would never forget what has happened. That was
the United States
and England. And England and this England Prime Minister, who is out now, he was just in 2010, it was his first year, who believed that because I was very pleasant with him, he invited me even to the parliament to show everything. I could attend there. He invited me at his 10 Downing Street with his wife. They just had a baby, and so. And then at a sudden he said that that's your mistake. Okay, he can say it's my mistake, but it was not my mistake because you have seen the number of votes, or the Americans, because even the day before the vote I spoke with Barack Obama at the telephone, and I told him it's not any longer, it's a little bit on the edge now to who will win.
You wanted the World Cup to go to America, didn't you?
I wanted the World Cup to go to America, and I wanted the World Cup to go to America and to Russia. And in my opinion, bringing the World Cup, the two powerhouses in politics, I wouldn't say would make the peace in the world, but a better understanding. And then to have first Russia and then USA, and they work together because they have to prepare the World Cup. That could be a wonderful thing, and that would be my achievement as president of FIFA, to have participated in a better understanding in the world. And I never thought that the Americans are so bad losers that they would not accept that.
Well, Mr. Blatter, you also have to admit that the revelations that came out, the level of corruption, the level of theft, it is mind-boggling. It was a big, big black stain on the game. And when you look at all the things that have happened, is it not fair to say that football has suffered great reputational damage?
Absolutely. But as long as they criticize what I have done, I don't mind. But if they criticize my integrity, then I have to defend me. Because in the principles of my life, I have never accepted money which I have not been working on, or working for. And in FIFA, I have never asked any any value of a contract.
And you believe that at the end of the day, that posterity will judge you kindly despite all that has happened?
At the end of the day, whatever that they would say. But if I am now a little bit more public, and I have to say that people appreciate what I have done.